everybody, it's Jenny and I'm so excited to stitch the applique of the month April design, which is this beautiful butterfly meadows. And I came in and did this previously. I'm going to now do the other side and I'm super excited because it's really flowery and fluttery and fun. And so we're gonna get started. Come on! Okay, we're gonna get started by doing the centering crosshairs. I'm doing the 8x12 design. So I want to follow the instructions. I just stitched my centering crosshairs on the medium cutaway stabilizer. I'm going to fold the blank in half on the crosshairs. So we're going to do that, and then unfold it. Then we're going to take some paper tape and we're going to secure that down. Great, now let's go over to the machine. Let's put this on the machine. And we're going to stitch our basting box. Let's do this. Okay, we're going to do a new technique with this runner. We're going to change the thread to water soluble both on the top and on the bobbin. And we're going to stitch the next step with water soluble thread because we're going to create these leaves here, and they can become dimensional because the thread dissolves and then they become kind of poofy. So we're going to do that. Let's change it to water soluble. And I'm actually going to keep my water soluble thread is really big and funky and it has kind of a hard time rolling off the spool. So I'm actually just going to keep it down here so that the thread kind of travels smoothly. And that's kind of a fun little trick you can use. We're going to stitch the leaves placement lines. Of course, you get everything in your kit, plenty of everything in your kit that you need. So anyway, I've got my felt pieces. Let's go ahead and stitch the placement lines. All right, we've got our placement lines stitched down. So now we're gonna take our felt and put it down. I just think this is such a pretty green. It's a happy color of green, you know? Very springy. It's not an obnoxious green like some greens are. So we'll give that a little tape to hold it down. All right, now we're going to stitch the tack down lines also still with the water soluble thread. So here we go, let's tack those down. Okay, we're done tacking down our cute little fuzzy green leaves and now we need to go trim our applique. So let's go over to the table because Jenny needs more room. Now this is going to be a raw edge applique. I'm going to use my double curve applique scissors from Kimberbell because they're my favorite. So anyway, because they're raw edge, I do want to kind of pay attention to how I'm doing it because that's what we're gonna get, you know? How I cut them was how they'll be forever. So, no pressure, not a big deal. Well, that took just a few minutes, but as you can see, they're looking awfully cute. Okay, at this point, why can't I get the bobbin blade off? Okay friends, at this point we need to do something very, very, very important, and that is take the water soluble bobbin out. It's hard to say water soluble bobbin. And we're going to put a regular bobbin in because we do not want the bobbin of our other stitches to dissolve. That will really ruin our project. So at this point, just take a minute, make sure you change your bobbin thread. We're also going to change our top thread because we need to change it to this color. Let's see. We're going to stitch the leaves and the stem details. So let's go. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the green, the dark green, that's going to stay, but all this place where we stitched with water soluble thread, after we dissolve that, these leaves are going to kind of poof out and kind of really give a fun dimension to our leaves. We are done with the step. As you can see, we've got these gorgeous, I just love these. Look at the decorative detail in here, guys. Look at those pretty, they look like real leaves. I just love it. Love what they do. We're going to stitch the leaves and stem fills and details. All right. We just finished this other green with the leaves. Isn't that pretty with the contrast, the dark and the light? And now we get to start stitching the blossoms, so this will be fun. I'm gonna change my thread again So we are going to go to this beautiful cornflower color, also by Glide, and we're going to stitch the applique placement line of the yellow flower. Okay, we've now got the placement line all stitched out, so I'm going to take my fabric. I've got fusible backing ironed to the back, and again, we get plenty of fabric in our kit, paper tape, to hold it securely in place. All right, now we're going to do the tack down line. Okay, let's go trim it. We can say hi to Cora, everybody. Hi, Cora.
Do you have any sneak peeks to show us?
Just vinyl.
Look at that.
So cute. Now we're just gonna need to trim around the petals. Now you do need to get kind of in there with the petals because it dips down, you know, into here, like that. So these scissors are really good for that as well because you can get into these tight little spaces. Step 9 is to stitch the flower placement line, so I'm gonna do it. Why is that telling me red though? What's happening? Let's give that a go. Okay, now we're going to place our beautiful blue fabric again with fusible backing on the back. And go. Okay, let's go trim another blooming flower. And it's okay if you run over some paper tape because you just peel it off and all is well. Our instructions say to change it to C and to stitch the placement line again, so let's do that. This one's quite a bit smaller, super sweet flower. Let's put that fabric right there, little tape, and the tack down line. 12 we need to trim at this point. We've trimmed our little flower and now we're going to do the placement line for the next pink flower. Now it's okay if these are so close or overlapping. Don't worry about it if they are with this other flower because that's on purpose. Here we go. Let's tack that down. All tacked down. Now let's give it a little trim. All of our flowers have their fabric, their color, it's coming together really nicely. But now it's time to do the satin stitches. So we're on step 15. We're going to go ahead and change our thread to that cornflower color again. And we're going to start outlining that large yellow flower. This is probably the part that takes the longest. The satin stitches can take just a little bit of time, but it's well worth it because they're so pretty. Here we go. Okay, all the satin stitch is all done. Isn't that pretty? Looks so classy. And now we're going to keep the yellow on because we are going to stitch these cute little flower buds on top of these stems. Okay, aren't those sweet, sweet little yellow flowers? Love it. This is the part where it really starts getting exciting because we're going to start adding some decorative stitches to our pink flowers. And they are so fun, these decorative stitches. I love it. So we're changing back to the Tango color. Now we're going to do the decorative stitching around this one, and I love the decorative stitching around this one. It's so pretty. Gotta watch this. Isn't that so pretty? Now we're going to change our thread because we are going to stitch. Oh, I'm not very good with botany, you guys, and plants and such, but I do happen to know this about flowers. They don't free float. They connect to the stem. We're going to change our thread to back to aloe, and we're going to connect our flower here, this pretty pink flower. We're going to connect it to the base with the part that connects it to the base, which I don't know the name of because I'm not a botanist, but Here we go. Okay, isn't that pretty? Just love these colors. They're so happy and springy and cheerful. And now we're done with that. So now we gotta finish up our blue flower. And we're gonna do the satin stitch around the edges here. Okay, we're all done with our satin stitches around the blue flower. Isn't that pretty? This is really coming together, isn't it? Okay, now we're going to stitch also this blue color, these tiny little buds here. Now we're going to leave this thread on because we're going to actually use this color for the lower butterfly wings. We're going to start our butterfly because you can't have butterfly meadows without a butterfly. So let's go ahead and do our butterfly wings. Now that we're done with the bottom part of our butterfly, we are going to change to a different shade of blue. Okay, we're going to do the upper butterfly wings. And I really like these two because they're also, the decorative stitching is so incredible on these butterfly wings. It's really, really pretty. Okay, now we're going to leave the thread in because we're going to do the center of this pink flower here in that blue, which will be super pretty. Okay, we're all done with blue. We're almost done. It's exciting. I'm excited to put this on my table. I think I'll put it on tonight because this is very springy and it's time to let it shine. I'm going to do the antenna and the body of the butterfly. Okay, now we're going to do the flower fit the centers. We're on our very last step. Alright, guys, we're done. We have a beautiful butterfly meadow. We just need to trim it up, get rid of the basting box and all of that stuff. So let's go and take it over to the table. So we've got the basting box all taken out. Woo! There we go. That was exciting. Oh boy. I'm not the most graceful machine embroiderer, but I do get the job done. And again, I just leave the cutaway on. I've been putting these on my table all year and no one can tell that there's a cutaway behind it, the design. It just looks so pretty on my table. And no one even notices. If you wanted to, you could trim, you know, a little bit more thoroughly, but I just kind of do this hack job and it seems to work fine. I'll have to take a picture of this on my table and share it with you all. Okay, now the last step is to dissolve the water-soluble stitches around these leaves. So you can do that in a few ways. We can get a Q-tip and get it wet, and then we could just kind of, you know, remove it that way, or we could get a squirt bottle and squirt it. But the end result is that you get these leaves, maybe we can zoom in, these leaves that are just kind of, you know, free floating a little bit, not free floating, but they're just kind of dimensional like that. So I need to just dissolve that and then I'm done. So what do you think, guys? We have a butterfly meadow. Perfect for April, perfect for May, or you could really even leave it up through the summer months. I love this design, I love the colors, and it was so much fun to stitch. So I hope that you enjoy this design, and if you're not subscribed to Applique of the Month, be sure to subscribe because this is such a fun project to do every month of the year and enjoy every month of the year. Thanks for joining me, guys.